TriStateRunner.com here with Brandon Doughty at the finish line of the large school division boys Interstate Classic at Clear Spring High School. Brandon won in a course record time, but it was close. Brandon started out with the first, start out at the end. Tell me about the last 100 meters as you all rounded and came into the chute.
About 150 meters back, I was dying off, and then he passed me with like 100 meters left, and I pretty much gave up. But then I was like, I can see the finish. You can just fall down afterwards. And I just took off, which actually wasn't that fast because we were both done. And then I kind of fell over the finish line.
And beat him by about half a neck or so.
Yeah.
Not by much. Now, somebody asked you if that was the first, real race of your life, and you said no, that's the first race of the summer. Is that right?
First race of the season. Oh, first 5K of the season, or 3 mile of the season.
Okay. Now, is this the closest race that you've had that you can think of?
Closest distance race. I last year in track, a couple of them were less than a tenth of a second. I did dive in 800 meters and stuff.
So you're familiar with kind of leaning to the finish line? And,
yeah, I fell plenty of times.
Now you came in. Did you expect this guy, Braden Bruning, a junior from Linganord, who finished second by not much?
Yeah.
Did you expect him to be up there with you today?
Well, there was a guy with us on the first mile, but he was breathing kind of heavy, and he figured he was going to drop back. But this guy.
Right, that was Scott Hedrick, right? Yeah.
And I thought I had him going up the mountain because I'm not as great as a hill runner as I am like the downhill part of it, and I passed him. So I was like, all right, he's probably dying off. But then 2 miles left, passed me back, and I was like, this is gonna be a lot tougher than I thought. And then with it was half a mile, he was like passing me, and I was just like, crap.
Was there any communication between the two of you?
I tripped him once on accident. I apologized, something like that.
Okay, but other than that, nothing like you trading off leads or drafting off one another or anything like that?
No, it was more of just like fighting for it the whole time.
To each his own, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, listen, that made it a lot of fun to watch. Congratulations. What's your next race? Do you know?
Judges.
Okay.
Judges,
Down here. Okay.